Today on All Things 80s, building the most expensive Star Wars collection, the bonus episode. Welcome back to All Things 80s and welcome to the final episode in this series looking at how much it's going to cost to build the most expensive Star Wars collection. Now, when I did the series last year looking at the price of the cheapest unopened Star Wars collection, I got some comments saying I missed a few examples. So people talked about various creatures and whatnot that should really be classed as figures. So we're going to look at those. We're going to look at a couple of variants. Now, I'm not going to go into the whole different hair color thing. There are a couple of figures where the variant essentially is a different figure, so we're going to include those. So without further ado, let's check out the price of the most expensive last couple of items to add to our list. Okay, so tying up the loose ends as we look at a few bonus items. So this is the Han Solo small head, brand new, and that's going to cost $4,000. And as you can see, it's a rather nice example. And it's quite refreshing to go back to the Star Wars line to see some perfectly clear bubbles, which was sadly missing in the Jedi and Power of the Force lines. So 4,000 for the small-headed Han Solo. Next up, we have a new and sealed baggy blue snaggletooth for $2,000. To be honest, it's not really something that I would ever display like this. I know some people do like their baggies, but for me, I'm more than happy with my Smith Lord Creations blue snaggletooth, which was an absolute fraction of this $2,000 asking price. Next up, it's a regular Jawa, because if you remember in the first video we looked at the vinyl cape Jawa, which I think was $40,000. The regular Jawa is only $2,000, and rather nice example here. It is punched, but aside from that, it's as perfect as you'll ever hope to find. So $2,000. Now, next up is something that's quite hard to come by, which is the three-legged R2-D2. And to get that brand new, you have to buy the Droid Factory set. So this one is going to cost $2,500, but you will indeed get the three-legged R2-D2, plus a few other bits and pieces which are really of no interest, but $2,500. Next up, the Probot Probe Droid, only $500. That's a fantastic price, and it says it's a brand new sealed box. The box is rather beaten up looking, and there are no pictures to suggest it has been opened, so we'll take his word for it. But to get this here probe droid, we're looking at $500. Following up with that, we have the Wampa, $900. And of course, this one is excellent condition, 1982. This has got a $1 rebate offer with next purchase of most Star Wars toys. I wonder if that included action figures. I don't know. If someone knows, please let me know in the comments. Be quite interested to find out if that $1 was redeemable against a figure, or if you had to buy a playset or vehicle. But how much? $900. I guess it's a reasonable price. And we have Tauntaun, $800, brand new, sealed. Box is quite nice actually. Yeah, $800 is a hell of a lot of money. Now we have Jabba the Hutt and Salacious Crumb for $1,400. And this one looks to be probably as good as you can expect for a boxed item. Graded, of course. What did it get? 80 plus. But yeah, 1,400. And last of all, we have the Rancor monster for only $540. So compared to these other things, this is an absolute steal. So I may have missed something, so if I did, don't shout at me. I did the best I could here. So that was a look at the bonus items of Star Wars figures. Okay, so the cost of those bonus items comes in at $14,640. So when we add that to the price of all the other figures we've looked at, we're getting a grand total of $290,320 US. And remember, that does not include sales tax or shipping. So I would imagine it's going to be well over 300 grand for a complete set. So if you had the money, would you spend that much? I wouldn't, but anyway, that's just me. Now, I've had someone mention to me if I'm going to do the similar video series on droids, Ewoks, ships, and playsets, and the answer is probably, but just not quite yet. But you never know, might be soon, might not be. But anyway, I want to say a big thank you to the Patreons. You guys are absolutely wonderful. And if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay tuned for more videos from All Things 80s.